The war in Ukraine is dragging Europe, Germany in particular, further into an energy crisis as Russia withholds natural gas supplies. The situation has become so severe that chemical makers are beginning to permanently shut down plants. Trinseo says it has begun discussions with the local works council about the potential closure of its styrene facility in Böhlen, Germany. The company says the plant, which has 300,000 metric tons per year of production capacity, has lost a total of $30 million over the past 4 quarters. The cost position of the Böhlen facility is challenged due to the current energy cost environment in Europe as well as the facility's smaller scale, and it's difficult to envision significant earnings improvement at the site in the near to medium term, Trinseo CEO Frank Bozich says in a statement. In November 2021, Trinseo announced that it was exploring options to sell its polystyrene and styrene business, a divestiture that would have included the Böhlen plant. Citing uncertainty due in part to the war in Ukraine, the firm shelved sale plans in August. Russia has been scaling back natural gas exports to Europe, apparently in retaliation for European support for Ukraine in the war. According to a new report from the International Energy Agency, Russian gas supplies to Europe have declined by 50% since the beginning of the year and could decrease further. The complete shutdown of Russian pipeline gas supplies to the European Union cannot be excluded ahead of the 2022-2023 heating season, when the European gas market is at its most vulnerable, the report says. If this will be a really cold winter, we will have a substantial problem. Then there will not be enough natural gas, said Ole Valby, an energy analyst with the SEB Bank in Oslo, Norway. A really cold winter will be really difficult to deal with, no doubt about it. It would be difficult for German manufacturers and especially for one company. The chemical giant BASF needs a continuous supply of vast quantities of natural gas, both as a source of energy and as a raw material. Its main plant at Ludwigshafen, in the state of Rhineland-Palatinate, uses as much gas as the whole of Switzerland. But under German law, if the country has to ration its reserves, homes and hospitals will get priority. The government would have to shut down the supply of 2 big industrial consumers, and BASF will be one of those, said Professor Stefan Lechtenbaumer of the Wuppertal Institute. If the shutdown was only a few days, it wouldn't matter too much, but if they shut down for a month or even more, then they would be in trouble. Trouble in Germany tends not to just stay in Germany. BASF is the world's largest chemical company, and, as former German lawmaker Hans-Josef Fell pointed out, it makes the building blocks for a vast quantity and range of products for the global market. In a statement, BASF attributed its heavy reliance on Russian gas to, among other things, the decline in European gas production and the German government's refusal to authorize fracking. German industry and consumers, it said, had benefited from what had been a reliable and low-cost source of energy. Rudy Bachmann, professor of economics at the University of Notre Dame in the United States, said it's unfair to single out BASF for criticism. Is industry more culpable? Are politicians more culpable? Bachmann said. I think they both are, and they're both responsible because they pushed each other to get Germany into gas dependency on Russia. But although industry would be in the firing line in the event of rationing, the professor does not believe the government would ever pull the plug on BASF. Even if BASF does remain open, a lot of damage has already been done by the loss of Russian energy. Germany's gas supplies have been costing up to 10 times what Americans have to pay, a serious competitive disadvantage. Heavy manufacturing as a whole in Germany is already in jeopardy. If manufacturing leaves Europe, especially at a time like this, it's going to become a very big disaster. What do you think about the manufacturing companies closing down in Europe? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching.